This country is called the heart of Eurasia. It has brought together the culture and traditions of more than 100 nations. Today, Kazakhstan is a dynamically developing young state. The interests of major international organizations are concentrated precisely here. They adapt to world practices and introduce global initiatives. Such large-scale cooperation has already shown the results. You'll find more on this in Kazakhstan International Vectors.
The Sochi Olympic Games and Football World Cup, general elections in Brazil and the Ebola outbreak in Africa, Outgoing 2014, will be remembered by the world for these and many other events. Each of them to some extent influenced not only the world community, but also relations between countries. The world's first states appeared in ancient India, ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia as early as at the end of the 4th millennium BC. It was also when the first attempts of building international relations were made. Countries became politically and economically interdependent. Heads of states understood then, and do so now, that living in isolation from neighbors could never provide for the successful development. Establishing sustainable diplomatic and predictable relationships is the guarantee of success for any state. International relations extend beyond the links between societies and territorial units. This term was introduced by British philosopher Jeremy Bentham. For him, the interaction between states was based on political reasons. Still, this concept has eventually been extended and now covers all the spheres, from cultural and scientific relation to sport events. We are talking about that sport is not always associated with politics, but in some cases, when achievements of athletes become the pride of entire states. The passing year has been rich in various events. Apart from sports games such as Football World Cup, it also shocked the entire world with the Ebola outbreak, military conflicts in a number of countries, and some political and economic changes. Within the framework of the cooperation between the countries of the Caspian region, the 4th summit took place in Astrakhan this September. The documents adopted during that event have an important geopolitical meaning and allow significant extension of the relations between 5 Caspian states, as well as facilitate economic cooperation and establish political partnership. Signing the agreement on the transformation of the customs union into the new extended association has become the pivotal event in the Eurasian area. The relevant documents were prepared and signed during the last meeting of the Economic Commission for Europe. They state that Kyrgyzstan is passing an adaptive period and joins the customs union. At the same time, Armenia becomes a member of the Eurasian Economic Union. The economic integration is expected to empower economic relations. It is high time for both Kazakhstan and Belarus to finalize documents for joining the World Trade Organization, experts say. It will help our republic to extend relations with other countries and increase export and import opportunities. The outgoing year has brought Kazakhstan to the next higher-level international relations, which have become more versatile. For instance, the country has extended the cooperation with its European colleagues. For many of them, Kazakhstan nowadays is one of the most important economic partners on the entire Asian continent. Poland regards Kazakhstan as one of its main economic partners in the territory of the former Soviet Union and Asia on the whole. Kazakhstan mainly exports to Poland hydrocarbons, gas and oil, as well as chemical products, machinery, hygienic, pharmaceutical, cosmetic and household goods. Poland is one of Kazakhstan's leading foreign economic partners among the countries of Central and Eastern Europe. The goods turnover between the two states within 9 months of 2014 exceeded $570 million. The last available figures indicate that the volume of foreign investments from Poland to Kazakhstan has approached to $250 million. Representatives of Poland note that currently there are no obstacles for the development of mutual economic relations between the two countries. The main areas of cooperation for the upcoming year were determined during the Intergovernmental Commission meeting, which took place this November. Along with new programs, it was decided to continue the implementation of the existing ones. Under these programs, the Polish party organizes trips for Kazakhstani entrepreneurs and journalists to Poland. We also give the possibility to businessmen of Poland to visit Kazakhstan, in particular certain fairs and exhibitions within the framework of trade missions. The Central Asia region on the whole occupies a very important place in European foreign policy. The representative office of Spain in Almaty also agrees with that.
Central Asia in general and Kazakhstan in particular has become an important link between East and West, between China and Europe, and our country is perfectly aware of the importance of Kazakhstan in the world arena.
Oil makes up the major part of exports from Kazakhstan to Spain. Meanwhile, Kazakhstan imports Spanish consumer goods, including food products, half-finished goods and textile fabrics. Apart from that, even more important purchases have been made.
The most important thing we export to Kazakhstan is railway equipment and aircraft. As you know, Talgo, this is our flag, the Spanish flag in Kazakhstan. It's a very important company that is producing trains in Astana. So this is the most important part of our export to this country. And also furniture, sanitary and construction materials like tiles, etc.
Another reason for Spanish interest towards Kazakhstan is that the republic is soon going to become a member of the Eurasian Economic Union. And this means an additional potential consumer market with 200 million people. Europe unanimously recognizes Kazakhstan's role in stabilizing the regional economy at large.
And all this is very important for us. Also, we know that the important role of Kazakhstan as a stabilizing economy in the region, not only because of the great relationship with Russia and China and Europe, but also because it's a country of opportunities and possibilities in economic and commercial terms.
This year is the 20th anniversary since Kazakhstan signed the Intergovernmental Cooperation Agreement in the area of education, culture and science with the UK. The British Council has been working in Kazakhstan for the same period of time. Since then, a lot of various projects have been realized.
I think the most exciting new initiative we've had this year is the launch of the Newton Al-Farabi Partnership Programme that seeks to support collaboration between researchers and between scientists in our two countries in areas relevant to Kazakhstan's priorities for development.
Kazakh international educational program Bolashak is particularly appreciated by British colleagues. Almost half of its graduates have chosen the UK for further education.
We believe that the UK has lots of relevant experience to offer, whether that's looking at university partnerships, whether it's looking at teacher training. Education is very much at the top of the agenda for cooperation between the two countries.
Bolashak is the scholarship program established by the President of the Republic of Kazakhstan aimed at the improvement of educational background among local specialists. During 20 years of program operation, 9,000 people had the opportunity of receiving an education abroad. Besides education, culture also plays an important role in the relationship between the two countries. It can be proved during various conferences and quite a lot of other events alike. Kazakhstan has promising prospects for the development of its economic relations. It is said not only by political scientists but also by the Republic's foreign partners. Even now, the country occupies its proper place in the international relations system. It has established diplomatic ties with more than 140 states. The development strategy until 2050 has already been worked out. It provides for long-time and mutually beneficial cooperation with different countries in all spheres, in particular in trade, science, education and new technologies. Kazakhstan is ready to join WTO and is actively involved in the introduction of international production standards. The talks with the EU representatives upon the draft agreement on enhanced partnership and cooperation have resumed this year.